guys, welcome. So the other day I got asked in regards to my administrative observation of how was I going to do a differentiated instruction and what exactly is differentiated instruction. So basically what she's looking at is she knows that I have different levels of children in my classroom, and how am I going to meet all of the needs of the children in my classroom based on one lesson. So if I'm teaching a lesson on letters, like I'm going to show you here, then how am I going to ensure that all of the children in my class are going to learn something from this activity? Whether I need to scale it down a little bit for some of my children, or I need to scale it up a little bit. So I'm going to walk you through that so that you can kind of see what I came up with for my differentiated instruction. Okay. So here you see letters. So they're in capital letters. If you look at it, it's on blue paper, and that's just so that I know which group of kids am I going to be showing this one to. And there's two sheets because I'm going to be reviewing our letters that we have been working on. Then the purple one has pictures that would match up to all of the letters for beginning sounds. And then I have just blank ones. And I'm going to show you how that's going to look in a minute. And then I'm going to have two mats that the children get to use to work and show their work on. So this is all in capital letters, and then this one is in lowercase letters. So we're going to be using these activities, and they're all crumpled up into these bowls. So this one here is going to be ones that had blank paper, and I'll show you what's inside of those in a minute. This is the blue ones, that's just the letters. And then the purple ones are the ones that had the pictures. So that's my setup, and now I'm going to show you the activities and what they look like kind of in action for this differentiated activity that I'm going to be doing for my observation with my administrator. Okay, so for the first activity, I'm going to be using the green papers, and remember those were blank. And the children, I'm going to give these children the mat that has the uppercase snowflakes in it. And what we're doing is I'm wanting the children at the end of this, my goal with this activity is that children will recognize and be able to produce their letters. So they're going to recognize that this is the letter A if they see it on a sheet of paper or they see something else. So this one here is going to be for my lowest learners. So basically, I'm going to be having them identify letters and matching their letters. So they are going to have these bowls, and then inside the bowls, it's a snowball hunt. So they're going to open up their snowball, and they're going to look at their letter, which these are just the little mini erasers from Target. And why I chose the mini erasers, you could use magnetic letters too, is because it's something tangible for them to hang on to, keep their interest, keep their concentration level going so that they're able to complete this activity. So here I have the letter S, and this one, they're just basically matching their letters, and they'll just keep going until they match and identify all of the letters that we have been working on. So each little thing has, and then here's P, so then they're going to look and they're going to find their letter P. So that's one way of doing this activity. Some of my kids are already past this. This is going to be like really slow to them, and that's why I have the different colors. So another extension to using this erasers is going to be, can they match their uppercase letter to their lowercase letter? So that's why I also included a lowercase mat for this. So that way they're still searching out their letters, and then they're still being able to identify them, but now they're having to match it up to the lowercase. So here's N, and then they're going to come over here and they're going to match it to the lowercase n. So see how it's the same activity, but it's differentiated based on where they're at. And then here's the L. So that's kind of the first level of this differentiation activity that we're going to be doing as an observation. So I'll go through all of those so that you can kind of see what each different one looks like. Okay, so here we're going to be using the same mat. Here's some Unifix cubes that we're going to use to kind of cover what they're doing, and we're going to be using the blue ones this time. And the reason why I'm doing this is I want children to have different ways for them to identify their letters. Like I know some kids really need that tangibility of being able to really feel it, look at it, and be able to do it. These children are going to be past that. So they're still going to be picking out their little snowballs. They're going to open it up. They're going to identify, oh, that's letter S. They're going to take a cube and they're going to cover what letter it was. And that way it's a little bit more challenging for them because they're not physically being able to touch the letter to put it on here. And there again, if you want to differentiate that same exact activity, but you're wanting the kids to produce and identify their lowercase letters, there again, you can do the same thing. So they're looking at I, then they're going to cover up I. So that's the other way I'm going to be doing this activity based on the children that are with me at the time of my observation. Now, the last one I'm going to be doing is the one with the pictures, which was the purple ones. There again, we still have the same exact map. We're still going to be using the Unifix cubes, but this time, these children pretty much already know how to identify all of their letters. They know how to discriminate uppercase, lowercase. They're able to really be able to fluency see and know what their letters are. So this is going to be kind of like boring to them. So I really need to push up the game for them as they sit down at this activity. So they're going to be pulling out their snowballs and they're going to be looking at the picture. So this is a rabbit. And what is the first letter that rabbit begins with? So then they're going to be looking for the letter R. And there again, they're going to be using the Unifix cubes just to cover up their letter. So see how it's basically the same activity, but we're doing it different ways for the children to really advance what they're doing so that they can grow along with the rest of the kids. So that is one activity, differentiated instruction for 3 different levels of children in your classroom. I hope that explained it really well because I know that when I was trying to type it up and answer those questions in my messages, it was kind of hard for me to explain. So that's why I wanted to jump on here today and really explain what I meant by what our administration is expecting of us to differentiate the instruction based on the needs of the children in our classroom. So I hope that was helpful. I am going to do this as a freebie that you can grab. I'm probably just going to do it as a link and it's going to go just straight to like my Google Slide Drive or Dropbox, and you'll be able to get a link and be able to grab that for free. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and I will try to hop on and explain those questions as best I can. Until next time, I hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. Bye.